Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, we have an Ethereum ETF accelerated response that is being filed by the corrupt SEC. It is very obvious that Uncle Sleepy Joe Biden has woken up from his slumber and he has finally said, which translates to corrupt chairman Gary Gensler, stop chugging semen for 15 seconds and go and give the green light to the Ethereum ETF so I can get these nerds off my back. Here is the Ethereum monthly candle. It is literally powerfully strong. This was the red candle that we saw, the red candle of doom. And now we have it back here, friends. It is now trading at 3,600 American dollars. That is Ethereum. And of course, friends, we're just going to look at the ETH BTC. It's still shockingly low, but it is pumping. It's up to 0.051, almost 0.052. That's what we want to see. Of course, that's all we need to see. Really, the ratio is moving up. You know, surprise, surprise, Bitcoin went up as well, just showing you the market is hungry for all this demand. There's also been record volume for the Bitcoin spot ETF too. And Bitcoin's price, friend, has hit 69,000 American dollars. So you can see finally we've seen these greens. We've never seen these green emojis from your friend Somi up here. So that's pretty much what we've been looking at. Also, friends, come and enjoy this cute picture of me as a young boy. Please, sir. Please, can I have more? Also got an Easter egg here. This is literally Vitalik. All right. Please, Vitalik. So can we get more ETFs, please, sir? We need... Yes, this is what we need, friends. We need these. We need this to pump. Okay, accelerated news. Now, the odds of the ETF, all right, they were 25%. Now it goes up to 75%. I don't know if this means it's meant to happen on May 23rd. We're all expecting a rejection. It's kind of funny how markets always work like that. Like, is it preordained? It's weird. What's going on? I mean, it's amazing just to see all of these things play out. And friends, I'm going to spook you with some stuff because, look, I'm going to show you the fractal. I'm going to show you just the total crypto market cap, which is important. Okay, total crypto, friends, is at 2.5 trillion. Okay, right here. Now, we've been watching this whole time. We needed something to get us above this little resistance zone. If we were following it, friends, the next thing that comes up is we go up, there's some retest, and we're actually off to the races, and that's it. So we don't know, though, that off to the races part. We don't know how high that's going to be. That is the wild card. But I can just show you from history. I mean, we've been following, friends, blockchain backer. He's got this fractal up, and I can just show it to you. I'll basically show you what's been going on. But before I do, please just keep this in mind, right? This is the Russell 2000, friends. So out of all the US indexes, the Russell is not in an expansion yet. We need it to make new all-time highs. Otherwise, we are literally just repeating 2019-ish, 2019 to 2020, when there was not all expansions in all of the US indexes back then. And the rally of Bitcoin and crypto was met with the zombie virus crash after that. Doesn't mean we're going to have a zombie virus now, but it's just kind of showing you we would be running on fumes, which I know sounds crazy to say now, but that's pretty much it. Okay, we don't have a full US stock market expansion. We need that index to finally go up and break its all-time highs, whereas everything else has. Now, friends, let's also look at the Slingshot. Remember, this is the others index, the Slingshot. This is what we want to see. Okay, so the others index, friends, remember our key to the end of the end of times. You can see we are following it exactly. This is quite interesting, right? We have Bitcoin moving up here. It's more or less retraced its range. The others index is slowing down. Okay, well, it's kind of funny, right? This is just nuts, okay? Bitcoin made a lower low here, but then this thing made a sideways low. You remember that GCR thing? Anyway, it looks like these things are good. We want them to keep mimicking each other. That's what we want, friends. If they keep mimicking each other, just copying each other, that means, okay, sweet, you're just following each other. Obviously, the end of times, once again, will be maybe Bitcoin goes up, makes a lower high. This thing goes up, but on that lower high, it goes zoom. And then that's pretty much the end, okay? So when Bitcoin and Ethereum pretty much are slowing down, well, not even just Ethereum, just Bitcoin itself, when that as base money of crypto starts to slow down, which is just showing itself as lower highs, and the Slingshot index is pretty much just going through the moon, that's just pretty much ushering in like, uh-oh, the weak hands are finally in here. This is the altcoin dominance, friends. This is what we want to really look at to see. Remember, we are very, very safe levels. Safe. Oh, safe also means painful. I know we don't think of it like that because the prices aren't going up. But yes, safe means safe and painful. They're the same thing, because painful means like, okay, like the only people holding through here, like you're a real psycho if you're still holding through this, waiting for everything to play out. Now, I want to show you the Ethereum chart again. This is where the PulseChain sack wallet bought 3,800. it's coming back again. Okay, remember Richard Hart's copying so much if it went down here and coming up here. But also, man, like how much... Look, friends, I'll stand by it, man. Ethereum's still in its third cycle curse. You know what I mean? It doesn't change anything there. There's an accelerated catalyst. Friends, that's what I tell you, man. Like, I always told you, in the third cycle curse, there's going to be some real positive news. I said this like 2 years ago in 2022. I said there's going to be some positive news somewhere, some feeling, some vibe. I didn't know it'd be ETF, right? But some feeling, some vibe to make people think that it's not going to be a third cycle curse, but it's going to be a third cycle, no longer diminishing gain type of move. Because that's what happened in Bitcoin. That's what happened to every other asset, friends. The third wave, people know about it too much now. You've got too many weak hands. And you know what? If you look at all of crypto Twitter, you can see too, because there are a lot of people, friends. They got like, 10, 20, $30 million funds, $50 million funds. Ethereum is their free money trade. Everyone says that, by the way. Every single person says it. It's the free money trade, right? And even like everyone's saying, you're going to at least 10,000. You're going to at least 10,000. So we wanted to get up the accelerator, but you still got to be careful when it comes to how everyone disperses into altcoins. And speaking of altcoins, friends, the Bitcoin dominance, this is pretty much a big daddy. Remember, this is the inverse of ETH BTC. Anyway, you can just see how pathetic this is so far, but it's gone on for such a long time. Look at this, 490 days. If we are able to go down here and then we do a mirror image of another 490 days, oh my gosh, that's Bitcoin dominance not flipping back until December at the end of next year. Wow, what a story that would be if that was able to happen. But it's very unlikely. I mean, like, how can altcoins go down that much? It doesn't really necessarily have to pump for that much, because remember, it's a weekly chart of the dominance. So by the time things top out and retrace the other way, let me just show you. Okay, so it's possible this thing runs in the next year, June, okay, but it still takes like 5-6 months for it to reverse this trend up. And when this happens, friends, this Bitcoin dominance going up, this distance, that could literally just mean a minus 70% already move for most altcoins. That's also possible of how that happens. So you can't use this to necessarily time it, because it's just a big move. But I mean, like back here, if you did see it, it's free money pretty much if you just waited until Feb. So that's what we're waiting to see. Are we going to get some big crack? And remember, friends, a lot of people in Bitcoin, they're like, well, we're the one true way. I don't know, man. Once people start getting a taste of these higher altcoin gains and stuff and yield and everything else, you're going to see like, oh, why am I holding this thing again? Let's check out the monthly Bitcoin candle as well, friends. This is pretty much it. This is the green monthly candle for Bitcoin, but I'm going to show you the nice weekly chart, okay? The weekly chart, friends, we're still skeptical. We're always going to be skeptical. That's always the nature of this game. It's still possible Bitcoin comes up here, can't move up in the Ethereum ETF, and then we all come down together. It's still possible, man. It is still possible. Always. These things are always possible. That's why I'm just telling you, if we go up, friends, I know when people see this, the charts of just going back, they're like, I know, I feel that too. But man, you're not, look, now that you know this, you're not going to take on leverage. You know this. Because it's like lurking in the back of your mind. You're like, oh my gosh. Imagine our P friends. You're like, oh my gosh, what if that bad Somi scenario happens? What if the 20% chance of what happens? Remember, friends, a Bitcoin doing that move, by the way, is literally like a 50, 60% drop in altcoins. Okay, so even a 2x leverage just gets wrecked. Just a 2x. Okay, so you never know with these. You have to stay in the game, friends. I'm telling you, man. Think about how much PulseChain has been utterly destroyed, okay, and how much expectations, everything has been like way, way, way low. Every narrative has been a lie. Everyone, friends, you pretty much you realize the emperor's got no clothes. All the narratives are full of shit. The prices, market cap doesn't matter. All these, man, God bless you all. All been like dead set wrong. You can't be more wrong than this. Literally a 180-degree direction from where all the expectations were. I just want you to see how monumentally wrong you can be in this game, especially when you buy high. You see that, friends? You see that? And everyone has these amazing theories about logically it has to do this and it has to do that. Man, no one knows anything. No one knows anything. But even still then, in the darkness of PulseChain, okay, look at the awesome opportunity that was already appearing. 100x, 50x, 10x, 5x, 3x, all these things popping, and they don't have these 99% drops. There are many of these coins and communities out there with strong diamond hands. That's where they're keeping the bid up. Do you see that? That's really, really important to know. So I'm just telling you, if you survive, you just don't get yourself wrecked by doing leverage. If we just survive, friends, I'm just going to tell you, man, it's going to get easier as the bull market goes on because things move faster. That's what's going to happen. But see, you think, oh, it's getting easy to make money. Yeah, it's getting easy to make money because you're nearing the end. That's why no one ever, we never make that. We're like, oh, wow, I'm getting better at this. I'm getting the hang of it. No. It's just there's so many more desperate FOMO people entering. You're feeling like, oh, it's really easy now. Yeah, it's really easy because those FOMO people, they can't wait anymore. They're like, oh, there's no more depression prices. I want to get in now. Okay, that's pretty much what's going to be happening. Okay, so this whole chart, it's magic. I would love for it to play out. Just remember, friends, I'm going to show you this funny fractal. Funny, very, very funny. If you do the 2015 to 2017 cycle, which we all know, it went for exactly the super trend, the exact same time as this time period right here, about 790 days, which would land you around March to April of 2025, which is coincidentally 12 months after the Bitcoin halving on the dot. 12 months on the dot. So I'm going to show you that monthly chart as well, just to remind you. Where is 12 months? Now, I have two up here, remember? I've left this red up here. I'm like, look, man, if you guys want to give this to us, do it to us. I've left it here, though. Right, anywhere in this box, friends. Anywhere in this box, this is the zone, okay? So this is the August. So that's pretty much it. We put anywhere January. Let's put just all of next year. This is all of 2025. That's what we're hoping somewhere. But these peaks is April 2025, and then the amount of months later on, April to October, somewhere in this zone. That's why we don't know, friends. Our fate, we don't know. It's preordained. Is it going to be closer towards, it's going to be closer to 240K Bitcoin or closer towards, maybe hopefully like 80 to 100K Bitcoin? You don't know. I know I know. It seems, friends, like, well, man, we're just moving so fast. It's got to be higher. You don't know that, man. You don't know that, friends. A lot of people, we still can't even tell, man. Is it left translated or 4-year cycle? Every time it goes down, we say, okay, it's a 4-year. Every time it goes up, okay, left translated. See what I mean? Everyone's just guessing. So at the end of the day, probably we just have to wait for the magic indicators. That's what, in my experience, in these, when the magic indicators appear, okay, it's time. And until they appear, no deal, not exiting. Okay, what are magic indicators? Coinbase, App Store ranking, accelerating. You might have Jim Cramer come out, Ty Lopez launches the coin, Andrew Tate launching the coin. That type of like mania stuff. If we're not seeing that, no deal. I'm not exiting, right? I want to throw this by your way as well, friends. The FDIC, so the Federal Deposit Insurance Crap Agency Chairman Martin Grubbyfingers resigned after following toxic work environment report. So that's probably just a BS word. For something happened. They got to get rid of him for some reason. You never really know the true reason as well with these. But a lot of people have been saying, hey, FDIC guy, he's out. Now the next thing's corrupt chairman Gary Gensler. That's what everyone really wants. And just, man, friends, I just told you, man, if they get rid of Gary Gensler, the semen demon, my dark prophecy was literally this scenario where we walk into 2025 so we're right here, friends. We enter January 2025. We are somewhere here, right? We're in this zone. And then we walk into it. Donald Trump is here. Rates are lower. They're pro-crypto. They fired Gary Gensler, the semen demon, okay? All these things line up, and basically everyone's saying there is absolutely no reason to exit crypto before this 2025 year's finished. No reason. That's the scary part. That's the scary part, friends. Everyone was saying there's absolutely no reason whatsoever. That's the time to get out. That's the time to get out, just like the polar opposite. Remember, friends, Davey Soy Hoffman. We're going to, our friend Davey Soy Hoffman from Bankless. By the way, friends, I laugh. Oh my God, I literally almost fell off my chair laughing. This was the cutest thing ever. Shout out to the baby doll out here in the comment section. One of you guys said, hey, Sammy, I'm having trouble finding who Davey Soy Hoffman is. He couldn't find, he looked him up on Google. I've said his name that much. People are writing Davey Soy Hoffman. I'm not going to tell you his real name. He is Davey Soy Hoffman. That's his real name, brother. You know what I mean? So, okay, so Davey Soy Hoffman, he was crying here. And they were literally saying, there's no hope. There's no reason to be long anymore. The industry, it's all ruined. There's no, literally, they're raising rates. The macro, everything looks so bad. I was, literally, I was making so many tweets here. They're still on there. They're still on my account. I was literally saying, guys, in my experience as a peanut brain, I don't know anything. But when literally every single person around you is saying, there is no reason to be long, you got to get long. You got to get long. That's it. There's no reason. Okay, that's my reason. That means you're all out. That means all of the sellers are out. There's no reason to get long. See what I mean? They can't even think of one ID. That was the point of maximum opportunity, by the way. Literally, the point of maximum opportunity. Didn't feel like it, still felt like pain. Just like friends at the very, very top. You did not think up here, this was the point of maximum pain, right? Maximum pain will enter your life from this point. You never thought that whatsoever. Oh, man, it's going to be quite the journey if we get there. I have this cute photo of Mark Zuckerberg as well. Ethereum ETF. It's time to bid the Vitalik coin, friends. So this is pretty much what we're going to be seeing, the Ethereum ETF. Remember, if you want to know some news, right? So Ethereum's like a 35, 3,600. Like, who cares, dude? You're under 5,000. Boring. Ethereum. Come on, man. You got to get this ETH BTC up. Oh, a lot of people ask me as well, at what Ethereum BTC price does it stop becoming racist? Because right now, friends, this is the most racist, anti-ancestorial thing I've ever seen in my life, friends. I want to tell you how pathetic this thing is. You have round-tripped 7.2 years against Bitcoin of growth. You know what that, I'm not joking, friends. That literally means, your vision, your dream, everything Ethereum. By the way, Ethereum, friends, is the most profitable protocol in the freaking world of crypto by far. It's making billions and billions and billions of dollars of cash flow, actual real cash flow, okay? Because of the net money coming in. That's the best we've got. And you are round tripping 7.2 years against Bitcoin. What a joke. What a freaking joke. Look how hard it is for Ethereum to go up, friends, to show the ETH BTC ratio. Just like all the... That's why pretty much, friends, the Bitcoiners are right, man. Just basically everyone's a freaking grifter. Everyone's basically saying, hey, give me these coins of yours, which aren't precious, but really they are. They're named either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Give them to me and I'll give you this shit coin. That's pretty much it, friends. Look at every single coin you own. You have handed in precious currency to get it. Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's pretty much it. Now, I know we're all playing and like, yes, it's going to be diamond hands and stuff along the way, but that's pretty much how everyone gets destroyed at the very, very end. They're handing in Bitcoin, Ethereum. I mean, even the Hex ICO, right? You handed in 150,000 Ethereum. And now if you do the measurement out here, if you do how much Ethereum was given to the Hex ICO, friends, you actually figure it out, right? So 150,000 ETH times 3,650 bucks is $550 million. So what I've done is the Hex ICO, it's worth whatever you gave in was $550 million to everyone, okay? But the market cap of Hex today is only around 890 million. 800 million. So you're less than a 2x on ETH. That's a real calculation. I'm not making this up. I know a lot of people look see this. It's a real calculation. You're like, okay, what's the market cap of the Ethereum value given in? Okay, what's the market cap of the coin you've produced? All right, 900 million. Ouch. See what I mean? Less than a 2x. Like, it's positive. It's still positive, but see how tough it is, friends? See how tough it is? That's why, man, no mercy for anyone. No mercy for everyone. I know, friends, what's going to happen is everyone's emotions are going to change. Play some nice pump music, by the way. Everyone's emotions are going to change, friends. We're going to start seeing, yes, it's great. We're going to start seeing that again. And yeah, we're all going to get caught up with them. I'm going to get the astronaut suit out, the astronaut helmet out. We're going to have fun in that. But when the euphoria comes, absolutely no mercy from me. Not after seeing all this stuff over and over again. We've been waiting in the shadows for a long time. We don't cheat. We don't paper hand. You DCA buy more. Okay. And you think about your lottery tickets, right? They're looking like freaking absolute amazing wins. They'll literally look like a profit by this point. The lottery tickets. Look how much they've grown. By the way, literally most of you guys tell me, oh my gosh, my 10% lottery ticket is now 15%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% of my portfolio just by the growth. You're welcome, friends. You're welcome. Okay, so we're waiting for the ETH BTC ratio to flip up. If you can flip up and show this friendship, we will have a definite change of the time. I mean, look how low this thing is. 0.057 is all we need on the weekly super chain to do that. Also, now because we're speaking of Ethereum's third cycle curse, friends, it is possible that in this cycle, I know it doesn't look like it. In this cycle, it's possible ETH BTC pokes up above 0.08, goes to 0.09, okay? It goes to 0.09. People think, oh my gosh, it's going to go to 0.10 and then maybe towards a flipping up here. Everyone thinks up here, but then what ends up happening is, no, you come back down again. That could be it. That could be it, friends. And then only after they do sharding, which is 100,000 transactions per second for mainnet Ethereum, not the layer 2 junk piece of trash that no one cares about. Only after that can it finally start to rocket up, okay? So that's pretty much it. So yes, just to let you know, friends, remember, layer 2s in Ethereum has been like, friends, they're all dog shit. We don't need your token. What's Arbitrum token? Your governance. So we don't need your token, man. There's ETH and everything else. They've all been sapping away, but It is what it is, man. I've even written it here, right? ETH BTC is still garbage and trash. Round tripping 7.2 years against pickup. Please, fans, just I've got to tell you how I think about this. When I say this thing is trash, it's cheap. But why am I saying the word trash? Why don't I say, why don't I use a pragmatic, diplomatic word? It's because I need you to understand the consequences of your actions of getting something so monstrously, monumentally wrong. Okay? If Ethereum, Vitalik's brain barely fits in his skull. 4,000 IQ alien, okay? He can barely say, Ethereum, because his brain is trying to decode how to speak to retard monkeys like us. Do you understand? That's how he talks like that. Now, if Vitalik's positive cash flow, Ethereum, where they change the monetary policy to try and make it up only, and they're deflationary burning, and you have all the Ponzi's and the yield farming and the event DeFi, you put all this innovation, the hotbed of information. If all of that, you're still round-tripped 7.2 years of Bitcoin, all right, gains, and it's still going to be, friends, it's going to take forever to get back to this ETH BTC, the flipping part, if ever, right? That's what people say, it's if ever. I want you to see how difficult that was. So you never, ever, ever make that mistake again. Every single time you look at a BTC or ETH ratio chart, by the way, you're all going to forget this in about 30 days. Yeah, when we see it at those screaming highs, that's what you have to remember in your head. You go, oh my gosh, remember what happened to ETH BTC? And a lot of people are going to accuse you of saying, hey, well, maybe you have too much PTSD. No offense, okay. Every single time someone has accused someone of saying, oh, too much PTSD, think about their results for the past 3 years. They have been so wrong that it's been sad because, sure, the industry doesn't go to zero, but when the industry recovers, it is a hotbed, a garden of new coins, not on their radar every time. You understand? It is literally near impossible to be in that new... Yeah, the crypto industry is going to go up in the future, not with your coins. It's going to be something else. They age, cycle 1, 2, 3 narratives, okay? So this is pretty much it. Also, friends, it shows you, right? There is literally nothing going on until an Ethereum ETF, which means that these higher market cap valuations require funds and normies to actually bid them up. Don't you forget that. Don't you forget that. Next time you want to tell me, okay, you have a... By the way, the crowd expectations from today is a 200x return on PulseChain. That's crowd survey expectations, okay? 200x from today. So it's about 100x day one, 70 to 100x day one. Okay, so I just want to let you know, to get there, friends, it's possible to get there. Ethereum got to that market cap valuation. That would be a 400 billion valuation for Richard Hart coins, okay, if we got there. That's removing the origin address. To go above that, though, you need an ETF. That's pretty much it. Nothing has been able to ever go up there without retail, except Bitcoin. We're going to have ETFs coming in. That just makes you think about your price targets, okay? That's why I'm like, if you need that much to retire, you need a DCA, buy more. Okay, I'm just using that as an example because it's at the most extreme valuations. And it's funny, right? Friends, I don't talk about all these other chain stuff because they got nothing on their chains, man. It's a vaporware bull crap. Oh, wow, there's a gaming project on Matic. Yeah, sweet. Could you let me in? No? Okay, get out. I don't really care about you. That's it. Where's the meme coins? Okay, you barely got any? Okay, get out. Boring. See what I mean? It's pretty much what's been going on for the rest of the crypto industry. Also want to show you this picture again. Shout out to the baby doll who made this picture, friends. I ended up getting that for one of my live videos. Shout out to this, okay? This is Tang Gang and all over PulseChain. So I just want to remind you, okay? Let's read this together, okay? We're going to read this together slowly. So, friendly reminder, there's almost nothing on Ethereum that isn't on PulseChain for the average user. It's only missing liquid staking derivatives, LSD, aka staked ETH. Remember, I know you're probably wondering, what's that? Yeah, I was calling it liquid staking diarrhea over 1 year ago because I was trying to propel it and push it as like the new way to make a lot of money. I'm like, nah, you're getting grifted by the Twitter influencers once again who are dumping on you. Okay, so that's why they're liquid staking diarrhea, okay? It's staked Ethereum product. We don't have that on PulseChain, but you don't really need it, man. I mean, like, look, you do need it. It's great, but you got the PulseX yield farms, but it is a great product. It's the most valued product locked in on Ethereum. However, PulseX yield farms give them heaps of yield anyway. Then there's Pendle, but no one would need to use it. So Pendle just gives you, because you have staked products now, you get the principal and then you have your yield token. They split it into 2 tokens. And with the yield, you can gamble on stuff so that you have a no-loss investment. So you always get back your principal. But who cares about that, friends? You want to gamble on your little PulseChain yield at this point. Like, we're still early. That's like 100x away, okay? The rest of the applications is just old DeFi clones and meme coins. Ethereum will soon have tokenized real-world asset company assets, but that doesn't help pump your bags anyway. Shout out to whoever made this meme pick as well. So just showing you, friends, every chain has got the same stuff. So what you think? Okay, what differentiates them? Some of my friends. What differentiates? Look at this. Look at this. I am a cat. I know something that's on ETH that PulseChain doesn't have. Daily active users. Yes, that's pretty much it. Communities. That's it. So the community is the asset, not the code. You have 500,000 daily users on Ethereum. You only have 10,000 on PulseChain. But also Ethereum, it's expensive as well. So really, if it was cheaper, you could have like millions of users on that. So it's very, very hard to make that distinction. So that's pretty much what you're playing for. You're playing for PulseChain's 10,000 daily users to hopefully one day become 100,000. That's a 100x. Okay, we hope it gets like that. We really, really do hope it gets like that. If it gets to 50,000, that's like a 25x from here. Okay, so that's okay. Like a 12 or 13x above day one sack for Pulse. We'll see what happens, friends. Make sure you like, subscribe. Catch you soon.